Hello everyone and welcome to day 18 of 100. Pretty excited and pretty terrified at the same time. Excited because we're making progress. We finally finished the what did we finish? The JavaScript E6 spec. And yeah, that was quite the challenge. There are a lot of new things that we learned, a lot of things that I was not prepared for, but it was still exciting overall. And then, yeah, we are now on the regex side of things, which is pretty exciting. I have no formal experience when it comes to it whatsoever. I don't even know if it counts of doing star.extension as regex, because yeah, if that is regex, that's all I know. Otherwise, I know nothing. And it's gonna be a very interesting one, I think. But yeah, I guess we need to begin the show on the road. I just wanna there it is. Sweet. That should work, and then I should get a thing. Click this. Okay, let us begin. So, introduction to the regular expression challenges. Regular expressions are special strings that represent a search pattern, also known as regex or regexp. They help programmers match, search, and replace text. Regular expressions can appear cryptic because a few characters have special meaning. The goal is to combine the symbols and text into a pattern that matches what you want, but only what you want. This section will cover the characters, a few shortcuts, and the common uses for writing regular expression. Regular expressions and using the test method. Regular expressions are used in programming languages to match parts of strings. You create patterns to help you do that matching. If you want to find the word "the" in the string "the dog chased the cat," you would use the following regular expression. The with quote slashes. Notice that the quote marks are not required within the regular expression. JavaScript has multiple ways to use regexes. One way to test a regex is using the .test method. The .test method takes the regex, applies it to a string, which is placed inside the parentheses, and returns true or false if your pattern finds something or not. Could you just do like string testing and like take a string and yeah. Well, I guess we're doing regex, so I thought you'd use regex to like bold complex things for like URLs and stuff. Test regex code, test regex.test, test string returns true. Oh, okay, if you find it. Apply the regex, my regex on the string, my string using the .test method. So my regex dot test my string. Apply the my regex on the string, my string using the .test method. Oh, you have to change this line. They want you to change this line, so There you go. That better? There we are. Match literal strings. In the last challenge you searched for the word hello using the regular expression hello. That regex search for a literal match of the string hello. Here's another example searching for a literal match of the string Kevin. Hello guys, my name is Kevin. It's Kevin! Any other forms of Kevin will not match. For example, the regex Kevin will not match lowercase or uppercase Kevins. A future challenge will show how to match those other forms as well. Complete the regex Waldo regex to find Waldo in the string Waldo is hiding. Somewhere Waldo is hiding in this text. There's Waldo! Found Waldo! Yay. Match a literal string with different possibilities. Using regexes like coding, you can look for the pattern coding in another string. This is powerful to search single strings, but it's limited to only one pattern. You can search for multiple patterns using the alternation or operator. This operator matches patterns either before or after it. For example, if you wanted to match yes or no, the regex you want is yes or no. You can also search for more than just two patterns. You can do this by adding more patterns with or operators separating them like this. Yes, no, maybe. Complete the regex pet regex to match the pets dog, cat, bird, or fish. Dog, cat, bird, fish. Okay. Ignore case while matching. Up until now you've looked at regexes to do literal matches of strings. But sometimes you might want to also match case differences. Ooh. I might want to. What's it to you? Case, or something letter case, is the difference between uppercase letters and lowercase letters. Examples of uppercase are capitalized A, B, and C. Examples of lowercase are lowercase A, B, and C. You can match both cases using what is called a flag. There are other flags, but here you'll focus on the flag that ignores case, the I flag. You can use it by appending it to the regex. An example of using this flag is ignore case, I. This regex can match the strings ignore case, or title case, ignore case. Write a regex FCC regex to match free code camp no matter its case. Your regex should not match any abbreviations or variations with spaces. Okay, so you want me to match free code camp no matter its case, like that. Sweet. Pretty cool stuff. Not too bad so far. So far, you've only been checking if a pattern exists or not within a string. You can also extract the actual matches you found with the .match method. To use the .match method, apply the method on a string and pass in the regex inside the parentheses. Here's an example. Hello world. .match. Hello. Returns hello. Let our string regular expressions, let our regex expressions, our string.match, our regex, returns expressions. Apply the .match method to extract the word coding. Okay. .match coding regex. Sweet. Find more than the first match. So far you've only been able to extract or search a pattern once. Let test string equal to repeat, repeat, repeat. Let our regex repeat. Test string dot match our regex returns repeat. To search or extract a pattern more than once, you have to use the G flag. I need to start keeping like a list of notes, just very simplified, just to like jog my memory and remind myself, hey, you can do this. There we go, made myself a little note. Using the regex star regex, find and extract both twinkle words from the string twinkle star. So we're looking for twinkle. Both twinkle. So it doesn't matter the case. So twinkle, I, and G. Oh, you need to change this line, sorry. Dot match star regex. That should give you what you want. Can I see the value of result, please? I would love to know, I'm curious. Twinkle twinkle. Aww. That's cute, isn't it? Match anything with wildcard period. Sometimes you won't or don't need to know the exact character in your patterns. Thinking of all words that match same as spelling would take a long time. Likely you could save time by using the wildcard character. The wildcard character will match any one character. The wildcard is also called dot and period. You can use the wildcard character just like any other character in the regex. For example, if you wanted to match hug, her, hut, hum, you could use the regex hu dot to match all 4 words. Ah. That's something I'm gonna add to my little thing. Note. Complete the regex unregex so that it matches the strings run, sun, fun, pun, nun, and bun. Your regex should use a wildcard character. So what do they all have in common? Un. So dot un should give us what we need. There we go. Match single character with multiple possibilities. You learned how to match literal patterns and wildcard characters. Those are the extremes of regular expressions, where one finds exact matches and the other matches everything. There are options that are balanced between the 2 extremes. You can search for a literal pattern with some flexibility with character classes. Character classes allow you to define a group of characters you wish to match by placing them inside brackets. For example, you want to match bag, big, and bug, but not bog. You can create the regex b AIUG to do this. The AIU in the brackets is the character class that will only match the characters A, I, or U. So because O is not there, we won't get bog. So we'll get bag, we'll get big, we'll get bug. Simple enough. Hey Koof, how's it going? You here to watch me get absolutely decimated by regex? I like how they lull you into a false sense of security, you know, it's like, it's going nice and easy, oh look at this, searching with literals, good times, good times. Wait until we absolutely destroy you, find every case of an upper class with the second letter being a period between these forms and add it to an array, and then you know, do something crazy with that array and like do a 360, and yeah, I got carried away, didn't it? Shit. Well then. I'm doing okay. Spent some more time going through the DOM element actually. Off the FCC, I just want to learn more about JavaScript. I know the DOM always interested me, and I learned how there's only ever one parent, which is really sad, and that parent has all the children. And our HTML is like the root, or if you want to consider the window class being the root, and then you have the body. And what else? What else did I learn? Oh yeah, how you can get pretty much any element. I always thought inner HTML you have to have like for a specific ID, but you can literally go like body.innerHTML to change the entire body, or p.innerHTML to like change every paragraph tag and stuff like that, like any element. And then I realized, like, it just hit me when I was going through that on the selectors and all that, is that everything else that makes up a page, like the HTML and the CSS, they're all in a way objects. Like CSS is an object. The way that you define it, when you like say you specify the class and then you use those brackets, it only dawned on me then, it's like, hold on, in JavaScript that's like literally how you define an object. And then every property is exactly that, a property. So like color, red, you're telling that object, you're like creating objects. And like that just made me see things in a whole different light. It's like, you know, you get it like where you just understand how it works, but then you get that true deeper understanding of what it really is. And that was crazy. Just look at it and like, whoa. So like the page is made up of many objects, and like you can access those objects' properties, and then it just made me realize how powerful it really is, like how much you can achieve. And now I feel like more confident that I can like look at a page and be able to target any element I want, whereas before I'd kind of just like haphazardly guess, and yeah, that didn't work out. So that's exciting. So yeah, same for CSS, same for HTML. I learned about last child. Luckily there's not too many different methods, so like it's pretty self-contained. First child, last child. CSS is yeah, like if you look at it, like, don't you think so? Like when you're writing it, like think about the body tag, right? You type in body. Let me, where are we? So you'll have like the body, and then you'd open up those brackets, right? Then you set in color, let's say to red. Body is your object, and the property is color, and you're setting the value of color to red. Or you'd have like text align center. Like it's crazy. And like when you would name a div, so you would have a div, let's say our ID is like test or whatever, and then in your CSS you would go div access that object. Sorry, not div, test, because we named our object test in that sense, right? And now you can access test and like give it a color of, I don't know, black or whatever. So that's like in a sense an object, and you can like access it and reference it, and it's the same in JavaScript as it is in CSS. I never looked at it in that way before. It was always just, this is how you do it. Like this is how you change the color. It's like, you know, you're kind of like a drone. You're just doing what you're told to do, and you don't really understand why you're doing it. So that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, and then the other thing I was working on last night, in between all this, like I said, I was trying to understand how it all works, and DOM manipulation. So I worked on a little thing to be able to dynamically add and remove elements. So I'm just gonna bring over what I was working on here. There's my HTML, my CSS. It's very basic, but I can show you guys what I was working on. So what we got here is a simple page, 3 buttons. We got elements with a counter and a basic example. And I had an idea for a little project that I wanted to do. That's going to help people doing the 100 Days of Code challenge that I'm probably going to stream. And part of that idea was like getting the functionality of, can I actually do this one thing that I wanted to do? And that one thing was adding or removing elements dynamically. And last night for like about 20-30 minutes I was just playing around with an idea, and as you can see my code is a little bit messy, but it kind of worked. So what happens, you click the button add element, it adds an element, you can see the counter increments, so we can add multiple elements up until the limit of 10, and then you get a little message, you can only add up to 10 elements, and you can also remove them. We can remove the elements. And if you try to remove an element you don't have, I just did some basic checks, it'll tell you there are no elements to remove. We can also use the remove all elements. Literally just removes all of them in one go. And I thought that was like pretty cool. And it's very simple. I had like a variable set it to max elements. That's the amount of elements that we want to have. The div is just the DOM, the object that we're targeting. So get element by ID container. Container being the empty div that's going to house all of these extra elements. The counter being the div that houses this count. And then we're going to create an element, a paragraph, and we're going to assign the node to document.createText node, so like a new text node with, you know, whatever value we want to add in there. And then I do a simple check and I get the length of the children of the div. And I make sure if it's less than max elements, so 10, then we're going to take our paragraph and we're going to append it to the child of the node being the new checks that we've entered. And then all we do is update the counter with elements plus the length of the children of this element. So however many new paragraphs, this is going to update +1, +2, etc. And if we reach the max, we basically give an error. The remove elements, pretty much the same thing. We get the same elements, and all I'm doing is, if this div has any children nodes, so it has paragraphs that we've added, we can remove a single child, and then we just update the count. Otherwise, there are no elements to remove. And then remove all elements is literally the same as above, but we just have a while loop. And so long as this div has child nodes, we're going to remove the child node from the beginning. So like from the last one coming up. And then update the count. So pretty simple. I've realized I could have turned this literally all into one object and call it some use getters and setters like I learned yesterday, and then I can just pass let's say we named our object element. I don't think element is unique, maybe it is reserved, but for argument's sake I'll call it element. So we create an object called element, and then we would have a setter, or like one of the getters, where we would go element.delete. And then the delete section will run, and then element.add, it will do the add thing. So it's all in one thing, but obviously I don't want to go too crazy. I just want to see if this is even possible, and it is. It works. So that means I can go and refactor it and like do it with, you know, everything that I've learned along the way. So yeah, and Koof is starting to get the hang of it. Yeah, I don't think we've done anything on DOM yet, but I just wanted to, I guess, get the jump on it. You can see I was using template literals, so I'm trying to incorporate everything that I've learned so far. So there are the template literals. I understand how methods work now, so I just looked up the methods that JavaScript has access to on the DOM, and yeah, everything else is pretty much straightforward. Basic styling. No style at all though. I didn't worry about that. We were more about functionality. Form over... Wait, function over form? So yeah, and then we just have the on-click events. And I realize there are a lot of other events that you can use, and you can also have multiple events on a click. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It works. It's cool. Probably save this to my code pen, because I didn't save the other one, and just added dynamic elements. I don't know. Styling is BS. What's that? You want the background? You want the background to be pink? Coof. I got you, fam. What's that? You want the text color to be purple? Okay, there you go. Oh, you want the buttons. You say the border on the buttons are hideous. Okay, no problem. I got you. Let's remove those borders. What's that? Oh, okay. You want a hot pink on the buttons. So you want a fuchsia kind of thing. I got you. Is it fuchsia? Am I spelling it wrong now? Is it fuchsia like that? There you go. And you say that's a bit hard to read. No problem, fam. Here you go. I have some white. Is that better on your eyes? You say it doesn't look that good. You say you want a text shadow. Okay. You say a 2 pixel. Would you like that? Maybe some black? You say it's a bit harder to read now. You say I should diffuse it a bit more. Okay, it's a bit too close, you say. More diffusion? No problem. I got you. 8%. Too much? 4%? There you go. A little bit better. Okay, okay, you're saying I need a box shadow now because... Okay, I see what you want. You just want those shadows in. Yeah, I got you. Is that a bit better? Or you say it's too much? It's like one of those goth kids that went all out. 4%? And maybe a 2 pixel here. Is that a bit better? Oh, it's got some depth now, eh? Oh. You know, I'm actually gonna leave it like that. That was crazy, like, boom, quick CSS styling. You know what's crazy? It's like, once you get the hang of it, like, things just like happen fast. It's just like boom, 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 boom. What do we need? Oh, you're saying we should have a hover effect? Okay, you want to change the background color. That's a good idea. What should we change it to? Like a lighter purple? Pink? That's gonna clash with the background, won't it? Ah! What? I'm like using all the names. What is like slightly lighter than fuchsia? Is there like a dark pink? Green. Oh god, no. Green would be awful. How about like dark orchid? Oh. How about we start with dark orchid? That looks cool. Screw fuchsia. Sorry, fuchsia. Dark orchid looks sick. And then maybe have a dark violet. Oh, even better. Dark violet with dark orchid. But that little subtle. Or maybe we can have magenta here. Dark magenta. No, I like the orchid one. It's like subtle. Look at us. Info needs some like text shadowing. Oh, look at that. It's like just blending into existence there. Make it a bit more crisp. Ah, too much. UX designer job incoming. Don't like it. You know what we can do? Font weight bold. Boom. Done. Nailed it. And then just to like get that effect, you need to do text font size. Give them a nice 50 pixel. So when you go like, hey, you sure you want to remove this element, my guy? You know, it's like make you really think about your choice. You sure you want to do this? Add element. You sure you want to add that element? Yeah, fucking hit that button. Amazing. What's that? You're saying that the font size should equal 100% of the view width? The viewport width? My guy, how did you know? Wow. Damn, the quality on this. You're not even gonna get pixelation. You can't even see it. Add element. Add element. Do we click it? Oh, we clicked it. Oh, we're clicking it. Oh, you can only add 10 elements. Amazing, right? It's amazing what you can do. Oopsie. This is already getting out of hand. You think? You think it's getting out of hand? Don't you want a nice big ass button? Fine. I'll stop now. Let's get back to our course. That was a nice little break. I needed that. Even though I've only done like what? 20 minutes of regex. Match single characters with multiple possibilities. Okay, we've done that. So use a character class with vowels in your regex, vowel regex, to find all the vowels in the string quote sample. I got you, fam. I have to go in semi-lurk mode. Need to cook some dinner. Ooh, exciting. What's for dinner? Okay, so we need to find vowels. So as long as it has A, E, I, O, U. God damn it. Then we're good. Is that all? And change this line. Vowel regex dot filter, was it? No? It was dot match. Quote sample. My thing's broken, it's not like auto-completing for me anymore. Run the tests. Vowel... What? No, that's the wrong way around. It is... quote sample dot match vowel regex. You should find all 25 vowels. Chili con carne. Amazing. Now I'm really hungry. Well, I hope that goes well. It's like semi-easy, kind of set and forget to make, so I hope that goes well. I'll see you when you're back. Use a character class with vowels in your regex vowel to find all... Oh! Hold on. A, E, I, O, U. And then we take our quote sample and we match with our regex, no? You should find all 25 vowels. Bar regex.flags. Oh, you need to add G to it, don't you? Because we need to find every instance, and we probably need to add an I to it as well in case it's uppercase or lowercase. That's probably why. There we go. Christopherus! Hey! How's it going, buddy? It's good to see you here again. Let's see what result pops out. So E-A-E-O-U-I-E-A-E-O-E-I-O-E-O-I-E-I. Sound like a broken down computer. I'm sorry if I offended anyone in their mother tongue. But we have passed that test. Amazing. Match letters of the alphabet. You saw how you can use character sets to specify a group of characters to match, but that's a lot of typing when you need to match a large range of characters. For example, every letter in the alphabet. Fortunately, there's a built-in feature that makes this short and simple. Let me guess, hyphenation, right? Inside a character set, you can define a range of characters to match using a hyphen character. Yay! For example, to match lowercase letters A through E, you would use A to E. Okay. So you would have at, ba-at, ka-at, da-at. So I gotta add this to my thingies. You can use hyphenation. Did I have to do the is it a choropleth map? Not very excited for it. Yay! The best map. That's the final map, huh? You've been on a roll, like a map every day. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna nail it. The fourth. Okay. Fair enough. So let's go back. Match all the letters in the string quote sample. Be sure to match both upper and lowercase letters. I will do this for you, my good sir. What are you looking for again? Match all the letters in the string quote sample. So what's the last occurrence? It's S, right? No, Q. P, Q, S, T, U. U is the last one. So up to U. So from A to U. And then Instagram. And then you want me to match quote sample dot match alphabet regex. And then log my console result. The quick match all the letters. Match all the letters in the string. I assume that's what they mean. So we got the quick bron foj amsur the ladog. Amazing stuff. Do it. Don't they mean the whole alphabet? Do they? Match all the letters in the string quote sample. Where are you getting alphabet from? Did I miss something? We can find the range. For example, to match lowercase letters, we know about that. Match all the letters in the string quote sample. The lesson is named Match Letters of the Alphabet. Oh, so they want me to literally return every single letter of the alphabet. Right, I know that sentence specifically is... Well, there's that and a few others, but this one specifically to match every single letter of the alphabet. Okay, yeah. Why did I read that so badly? I'm so bad at reading these things sometimes. Match all the letters. Okay, you know what was the issue? I was taking it as quote sample and I was looking at what's the last occurrence. It's U, where it's literally the string is a variable. Look at quote sample. The last one being a Z, in which case, yes, it would be A to Z. That was my bad. There we go. Don't you start with your pepper gas again? It's too early for this, we've just started, okay? God damn it, my control enter is not working. Make it work! Oh god, the lesson is not advancing. Like literally nothing is happening. Ah! There was just a bit of a delay. I guess it sensed my inner pepperga. Match numbers and letters of the alphabet. Using the hyphen to match a range of characters is not limited to letters. It also works to match a range of numbers. As in, I'm going to find your cell phone number right now, Christopher. For example, 0 to 5 matches any number between 0 and 5, including the 0 and 5. Also, it is possible to combine a range of letters and numbers in a single character set, so that way you can kind of extract numbers and letters separately. I guess it's cool. I don't know where I'd ever use this in a practical sense for any of my own projects, but I mean, I guess it's good to know. Maybe for filtering out data. That's the only thing I could think of. You get like some messed up data and you need to like filter it. That's probably the only way. So let Jenny, there's Jenny and some numbers. Regex A to Z, 0 to 9, IG matches all letters and numbers in Jenny. But you kind of then separate them, so that was kind of useless. Create a single regex that matches a range of letters between H and S and a range of numbers between 2 and 6. I got you. So you want H to S. And you want 2 to 6. And you want me to add my Instagram. And then console.log result, but there's nothing for result. Quotes sample dot match my regex, and what do you give us? 1 RR. All right, anything that's between H and S. No. Why is there 1 in there? I thought it's supposed to be only anything between 2 and 6. Am I missing something? Why is there 1? Everything else is fine. Why is there 1? What the f... Oh, maybe it's an L, yes, yes. Sorry. It looks like a... yeah, it's an L. Never mind. Yeah... I think it's just the font they're using. Similar, but yeah, not quite the same. Okay. I was about to like lose my mind there for a moment. It's fine. All is well. Match single characters not specified. I don't like to like blindly just go through it and just be like, yeah, I did it. I actually want to make sure I'm understanding and look at the output as well. So far you've created a set of characters that you want to match, but you could also create a set of characters that you do not want to match. These types of character sets are called negated character sets. To create a negated character set, you place a caret, not the one you eat, character, after the opening bracket, and before the characters you do not want to match. After the opening bracket, and before characters you do not want to match. Okay. For example, this will not match all characters that are not a vowel. Note that characters like special characters and white space are matched. The negated vowel character set only excludes the vowel characters. Right, let me just add this to my note. So how would you get, if that is to not match that, where do you specify things that you do want to match before it? Because it says after the opening bracket and before the characters you do not want to match. If it has to be directly after, or it doesn't say directly after, so I assume the words that you want to match are going to be before that caret. I guess we could test it afterwards. So create a single regex that matches all characters that are not a number or a vowel. Remember to include the appropriate flags in the regex. I got you. So they are not a number or a vowel. Okay, so 0 to 9 is a number. And A, E, I, O, U. Then we have to say not. Every instance, and it doesn't matter the case. I'm just gonna remember it as like Instagram, IG. So what I want to know now is that's everything except for those. Oh, then you don't need to really specify what you want in the front. Unless I do. Let's say I only want IND, except for those. I'll kind of mess with it. So how about ND? And then the result is quote sample dot match my regex, and I'm gonna have to like start copying console.log now. Like literally just copy it. Result 3 indie. Is it because of the N and the D that I added? So that's how you add the things that you specifically want. Ah. Hello from kitchen. Marvelous. So I've joined you in the kitchen, have I? We're making some chili con carne. So have you, let's see, have you chopped up the chilies nice and fine? You got that beef? I hope you got some like extra lean beef. I don't want none of that shitty fatty stuff. We gotta make sure it's nice and lean. We just want that meat. You need to make sure it's nicely what's the term? We're gonna sear it. Get those flavors in. Lots of onions, lots of garlic, just make it infused before you add the rest. And don't forget the salt and pepper. Okay, so we got the BLND MC. All the... Oh, shame. They're all blind. Everything is removed. It even includes the dot. Cool. So that's good. Wait, hold on. Before I go, did it include the space as well? So it like even includes empty spaces. It did say that, didn't it? White space. Interesting. So if I don't want white space, I'm assuming there's a special character, because I can't just like go and make a space here. So there's probably a character that you do to exclude white spaces. Match characters that occur one or more times. How's that different to G? Sometimes you need to match a character or group of characters that appear one or more times in a row. This means it occurs at least once and may be repeated. You can use the plus character to check if that is the case. Remember, the character or pattern has to be present consecutively. That is, the character has to repeat one after the other. For example, A plus G would be AAG, right? Would find one match in ABC and return A. Wait, what? Find one match in ABC and return A. Because of the plus, it would also find a single match in AA, BC and return AA, right. If it were instead checking the string AB, AB, it would find two matches and return AA because the A characters are not in a row. There is a B between them. Finally, since there is no A in the string BCD, it wouldn't find a match. Okay, so if I just did a normal A with the G, I would get A, comma A. I would get each occurrence of A, but because I add a plus with the A, I'll get the full AA. Are they trying to tell us something? We need to join the AA. You want to find matches when the letter S occurs one or more times in Mississippi. 4 I's and 4 S's. Write a regex that uses the plus sign. And let me just make a note here for myself. There we go. Cool. So you want me to find matches when the letter S. Wait, I don't need to do that, do I? It's just S plus G. Now they've finally done this for me. So I don't have to go and like freaking add it. They've just done it for me. There we go, SS. I should probably not have said that. Shh, don't say that. You heard nothing, Christophorus. Boom. Match characters that occur 0 or more times. The last challenge used the plus sign to look for characters that occur 1 or more times. There's also an option that matches characters that occur 0 or more times. Why would you want 0? The character to do this is the asterisk or star. Oh yeah, because I would have thought it would be the minus, but then I realized minus is the hyphenate in this case. This is a little bit confusing. Create a regex Chewy regex that uses the asterisk character to match all the upper and lower A characters in Chewy quote. I see why they named it Chewy now. That sounded like a mix of a Tarzan. Your regex does not need flags, and it should not match any of the other quotes. To match all the upper and lower, your regex does not need flags. Why does it not need flags? Why does it not need flags? How are you going to match both the upper and lowercase if you don't have a flag? Oh, I see what you want me to do. Something like that, right? Ah! I think we got it. There we go. Run the tests. Find characters with lazy matching. Ah, this sounds more up my alley. In regular expressions, a greedy match finds the longest possible part of a string that fits the regex pattern and returns it as a match. The alternative is called a lazy match, which finds the smallest possible part of the string that satisfies the regex pattern. You can apply the regex T. There's a T now. Oh, looking for a T. A to Z. And it has one or more occurrences of I. To the string Titanic. This regex is basically a pattern that starts with T, ends with I, and has some letters in between. Regular expressions are by default greedy. Bastards. So the match should return Titanic. It finds the largest substring possible to fit the pattern. However, you can use the question mark character to change it to lazy, matching Titanic. Matched against the adjusted regex of returns TI. Because T, any letter in between, and it has an I. Interesting. The shortest occurrence. I guess that helps if you have something like air. You want to match air, but there's also a word airplane. and you only want to get air, you'll do it another way, but I mean, they're teaching you how to do it. Okay, just add that to my note. Cool. Winter is coming. God damn it, spoilers already. Fix the regex to return the HTML tag h1 and not the text winter is coming. Remember, the wildcard in a regular expression matches any character. Why is it matching? Finds the tag anything. Oh. Okay. This means one or more times. It finds the occurrence one or more times. 0 or more times, right? The asterisk. I made my note. Check my note. To find matches that occur 0 or more times. So basically it's everything in those tags. You want me to return h1. Why can't I just, like... Can I literally just do h1? Can I not do that? The coding challenge tells you what you should study, or do you decide that yourself? Are you asking me if it like tells me what I should study? The 100 days of code challenge, or what now? No, it doesn't. The 100 days of code challenge is basically you just have to code every day for 100 days for at least an hour, and you need to document your progress in a log. That's pretty much the requirements. Then part of that being active with the community, reaching out to at least 2 others via social media, encouraging their progress along the way. That's pretty much the basics of it. As for what I choose to study, I decided I want to go through the entire Free Code Camp curriculum, and from there I'm probably going to check out my courses on Udemy. Like, I have full-on actual courses that I just haven't done. So after I've done this, is also kind of a way to help me get out of like a space where I was procrastinating back then, because I just literally wouldn't do anything. I had my studies since 2015 and I didn't touch them. I worked on random shit. So this is kind of a way to force myself to be responsible. And also streaming it means that I kind of am forced to do it, because, you know, I'm streaming and what else would I be doing? So it's to hold myself accountable. And after I finish FCC, then I'm going to do the Udemy courses, which should be relatively easy, considering, you know, I would have done all of this. And in between doing Udemy, because I don't think I could stream the Udemy stuff, mainly because it's obviously paid for content, and then I would be having it like streamed for free to others. So I'm probably going to have to do that off stream, but I will like code for at least an hour each day, probably working on some kind of project or something. Depending on how far I get, obviously, with FCC. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And this was easy. Literally just typing in H1. I don't know if like they expected me to do something else, but yeah. Let's see if it works though. It does. Find 1 or more criminals in a hunt. Uh-oh. Time to pause and test your new regex writing skills. A group of criminals escaped from jail and ran away, but you don't know how many. However, you do know that they stay close together when they are around other people. You're responsible for finding all of the criminals at once. Hey, this is exciting. They make it like a little game. Here's an example to review how to do this. The regex Z plus matches the letter Z when it appears 1 or more times in a row. It would find matches in all of the following strings. Z, 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 ABC, Z, 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 aha. But it does not find matches in the following strings, since there are no letter Z characters. There are no letter Z. Why not just say there are no Z characters? Write a greedy regex that finds 1 or more criminals within a group of other people. A criminal is represented by the capital letter C. I will find you guys. There's only 3 of you and you all live together. You guys aren't smart, are you? So, C plus. Are they trying to like get me to learn a new language here? I see what they're doing. They want me to learn C plus. Is that it? Hey, that was quick. They didn't even get to escape for like a minute. They're like, God damn it, that mono guy. I'm like going back to China. And it just said terminated there on that screen. God, I think we just sentenced him to death. Match beginning string patterns. Prior challenges showed that regular expressions can be used to look for a number of matches. They are also used to search for patterns in specific positions in strings. In an earlier challenge, you used the caret character inside a character set to create a negated character set in the form things that will not be matched. Outside of a character set, the caret is used to search for patterns at the beginning of strings. Ah. Let's make a note there. First string, Ricky is first and can be found. So if we do caret Ricky, it will return true. Not first, you can't find Ricky now. Because, the occurrence is not first. It has to be first, else I won't find it. There we go. Cool. My notes grow longer. Use the caret character in a regex to find Cal only in the beginning of the string Ricky and Cal. There you go. Yes, we can! Match ending string patterns. In the last challenge, you learned to use the caret character to search for patterns at the beginning of strings. There's also a way to search for patterns at the end of a string. You can search the end of strings using the $sign character at the end of the regex. At the end of the regex. Oh. Use the anchor character. Wait, is it a $sign character or is it an anchor character? Make up your mind now. $sign anchor. Use the anchor character, okay, to match the string caboose at the end of the string caboose. I just need to make a note of this. There we go. Cool. So you want me to find caboose at the end. Match all letters and numbers. Using character classes, you are able to search for all letters of the alphabet with A to Z. This kind of character class is common enough that there's a shortcut for it, although it includes a few extra characters as well. The closest character class in JavaScript to match the alphabet is the W. Is that a flag now? This shortcut is equal to A to Z uppercase, A to Z lowercase, and 0 to 9 as well as an underscore. This character class matches upper and lowercase letters plus numbers. Note this character class also includes the underscore character. Wait, so it's not a flag? Oh, you have to use the \W. These shortcut character classes, also known as shorthand character classes. Use the shorthand character class \W to count the number of alphanumeric characters in various quotes and strings. Let me just update my note again. We need the plus though. They didn't say add a plus. Is it just going to find the first occurrence if we don't add the plus, I'm guessing? Let's find out. So if we do W, yeah, gives us 1. If we do W plus, oh no, it's not that. Why didn't they use G? That's weird. We need G. Any character and G. What are we looking for? Everything. We should get the 5 boxing wizards jump quickly. Why are we getting a 1? Dot length. That's not good. Do I have to add the plus back there now? Hold on, let's think about this for a moment. Oh, hold on, there's my /W. I need another one. It's \W. I didn't even add the backslash. It's \W plus, doesn't do anything. Add a G, does 31. If I add a plus there, does 6 because of the occurrences repeating. G is for everything. Okay, but it was nothing new. It was literally just \W. I forgot the backslash. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Match everything but letters and numbers. So negate it. You've learned that you can use a shortcut to match alphanumeric using \W. A natural pattern you might want to search for is the opposite of alphanumerics. You can search for the opposite of the W with uppercase W. Why? Why didn't they just have like a caret in there? Stick a caret in. Why did? Because like imagine the mess up that you might create. Lowercase versus uppercase. Note the opposite pattern uses a capital letter. This shortcut is the same as... Well, we don't technically even need to use these shortcuts. We could literally just write the expression ourselves, couldn't we? If we're so worried about that. Use the shorthand character class uppercase W with a backslash to count the number of non-alphanumeric characters in various quotes and strings. And a G for you. Result gives us 6. So I'm guessing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let me just make a note quickly. Perfect. Go. Match all numbers. You've learned shortcuts for common string patterns like alphanumerics. Another common pattern is looking for just digits or numbers. The shortcut to look for digit characters is \D with a lowercase d. This is equal to the character class 0 to 9, which looks for a single character of any number between 0 and 9. Use the shorthand character class \D to count how many digits are in movie titles. Written out number 6 instead of 6 do not count. Okay, so \D and add a G in there. And let me guess, the opposite of this is going to be a big D, right? Give us that big D. The last challenge showed how to search for digits using the shortcut lowercase d with a lowercase d /d. You can also search for non-digits using a similar shortcut that uses an uppercase d instead. The shortcut to look for non-digit characters is \d. This is equal to the character class caret 0 to 9, which looks for a single character that is not a number between 0 and 9. Uses shorthand character class for non-digits \D to count how many non-digits are in movie titles. Got you. And stick your G into the big D, and we got a success. Gotta update my notes quick. Restrict possible usernames. Usernames are used everywhere on the internet. Is this still regex? Yes, it is. They are what gives users a unique... I would have just made a freaking array or query a database and then check username equal to input username. Why would you use regex? Anyway, it's because we're learning about regex, so... They're what gives users a unique identity on their favorite sites, because I mean, imagine there being a Christopherus somewhere else. You need to check all the usernames in a database. Here are some simple rules that users have to follow when creating their username. The only number in the username, the only numbers in the username have to be at the end. There can be 0 or more of them at the end. Username letters can be lowercase and uppercase. Usernames have to be at least 2 characters long. A 2-letter username can only use alphabet letter characters. Jesus! Let's do some checks for ourselves. Step 1. Step 2. Step 3. I'm going to do this in steps because it's just going to be easier. The only numbers in the usernames have to be at the end. So we learned to get it at the end. You do the Dora and the only numbers. Okay, so it's like back D must be at the end, right? That's all numbers, and that says at the end. There could be 0 or more of them at the end. I don't think we need to do anything, right? Doesn't matter. 0 or more. Username letters can be lowercase and uppercase. So I guess we need the G flag. Sorry, I flag. Usernames have to be at least 2 characters long. How do we do this one? Usernames have to be at least 2 characters long. Do we do like ... A 2-letter username can only use alphabet letter characters. A to Z. I'm worried about using W because it also includes an underscore, and they say can only use alphabet letter characters. So I'm going to do A to Z. Usernames have to be at least 2 characters long, but how do we get it at least 2 characters long? Like, do I have to literally go A to Z, like that? Because then that's 1, that's 2. I don't think it is like that, is it? How do we check if it's at least 2 characters long? Did they teach us something? Let me go back to my notes. What do I know so far? So we know about how to search. Flags, I at the end, for any case, and G to find every match. You can have multiple flags. Dot to substitute any letter in your search. You can use hyphenation to match words from A to Z, yeah. To not... You can add plus to find matches that occur consecutively. Maybe I need to add the plus. A to Z plus? Or do you add the plus here? Outside of it. Something like that. Okay, now let's combine what we have to get result. We need an I at the end. We need a to Z. We need a plus in there. And we need a D. What the? Oh, it's the other way. Sorry. Why did I write it that way? Do I have it in my notes like that? No, I don't. It was just me. So you fail, buddy. Why do you fail? The username letters can be lowercase and uppercase. Usernames have to be at least 2 characters long. Why do you fail? You should be fine. Do I add like a star? I think a star, it's 0 or more. Because if I don't add a star, it's going to expect that. I'd love to test all of these. Too bad it doesn't show us. I guess the only way we'll know now is if we run the test. Nope, we failed. We literally just failed because of the one. And that is your regex should not match J. Oh J. Oh Mr. J. Okay, so we need to make J fail. Do I have to add the plus in there? No. Do I have to add the plus before? Plus before? How do I get it? That's confusing. I don't think they've taught us. The rest makes sense. But I don't know how to... Usernames have to be at least 2 characters long. Only thing I could think of is like consecutively, so A to Z plus, but it still passes. What if I do like 2 brackets? A to Z like I wanted to initially. That fails. For J. Is that how you get 2? So the first one has to be an A to Z, the second one has to be an A to Z, and then the rest, you're good, buddy. Is that it? Is there another way? That just seems a bit silly, like... I don't think you would write it like that, A to Z, A to Z. I think you would have some like crazy ass code. Well, let's see what happens. We pass, but I don't like that. Like, yeah, we pass, but I don't think that's the answer. There should be a neater way of writing it. What am I missing? What do we know? We know that the caret is to search for anything that doesn't match. The dollar is to find things at the end of the string. Plus is for multiple occurrences consecutively. I think it's something to do with the plus that we need. Use question to find the shortest first occurrence that matches a string. Might have something to do with question too. What if I do like... Okay, caret question. Caret question. I'm just like guessing right now. And that's not good. How does the shortest one work? It's lazy matching, was it? Added after everything. Like there? That doesn't work. You can't have it outside. Can't be before there. It can't be by the number. It can only be there. There or there. Do you guys have any ideas for me? Like, I can pass it, but I don't think it looks neat. Duplicating A to Z, A to Z. We can always Google. Let's Google. This is out of my comfort zone, to be honest. I barely know basic. Google is our friend. What's that? We've never used that notation. Two or more characters. They haven't taught us that, so I'm worried till I go add something they haven't taught us. So apparently you just do it like that. I don't want to use that though, because they didn't teach us about those brackets. It works, but they didn't teach us about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hesitant to like do something. I mean, I googled it, I guess that's good, but I would love to understand. Do they go on to explain it? As if they do. Restrict possible match white space. Specify upper and lower number of matches. Is that what it is? Specify upper and lower. So specify exact number. Why couldn't they do this first and then do the restrict possible username? They should have dragged this and put it there. Because then you would have... How else would you expect me to do this? Like, honestly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it in the only way that I know. I'm not going to go and use something I don't know. I'm going to go A to Z and then A to Z again. Screw it, whatever. Match white space. This is what I wanted to know. The challenges so far have covered matching letters of the alphabet and numbers. You can also match the white space or spaces between letters. You can search for white spaces using \s, which is a lowercase s. This pattern not only matches white space, but also carriage return, tab, form feed, and new line characters. You can think of it similar to the character class RTFNV. Okay. Let me just add this to my notes real quick. And the uppercase S is probably going to be the opposite of this, huh? So what do you want me to do? Just find all the S's. I should probably have read. Change the regex count whitespace to look for multiple whitespace characters in a string. Wait, that's all I needed. There you go. No. Oh, I keep forgetting now the flag. And probably... Wait, you don't need an I. It's not like you can have an uppercase whitespace and a lowercase whitespace. Match non-whitespace characters. Uppercase. Yeah, that's what I thought. Change the regex count non-whitespace to look for multiple non-whitespace characters in a string. So basically everything in here except the non-white space. There you go. I keep forgetting the G now. Let me just update my note real quick. Specify upper and lower number of matches. That's what we needed. Recall that you use the plus sign to look for one or more characters, and the asterisk to look for 0 or more characters. These are convenient, but sometimes you want to match a certain range of patterns. You can specify the number of upper number of patterns with quantity specifiers. Quantity specifiers are used with curly brackets. You put two numbers between the curly brackets for the lower and upper number of patterns. For example, to match only the letter A appearing between 3 and 5 times in the string R, your regex would be A, 3 to 5. So H, 4 A's, A2 is AAH. If we do multiple A's, A3 to 5 returns true in A4 because it's between 3 and 5, but false in A2 because it's only 2. Change the regex, regex, to match only 3 to 6 letter H's in the word oh no. Between 3 to 5. Right? Is that what you said? 3 to 6. Oh, string. I need the G flag. Probably can use the I flag because now we're using. No? Oh, whoopsie. That needs to come outside of that. Still an issue. What am I missing now? Is it because there's a space there? There can't be a space? Nope, that's not the issue. Oh. In the word oh no, so I need an O there. No. We need the H there. And it ends in an N. Do I put the N there? Three to 6 occurrences of H. Let's see what the result is. The result is true. We specified the first letter, so the first occurrence. So it should start with an... Shouldn't start with an O and then 3 to 6? And I need to add an H at the end, because it starts with an O. Your regex should match. So this is one of them. And that's 3 of them. So 1, 2, what's the maximum? Is 6. There's 1, 2, 3. So 1 to 4, would that be 6? Man, this is a little bit trickier now. I might have to like actually really focus now. So this will look for every occurrence of the word O, OH. So it will find OH. Let's see what we're working with. So now we go, oh. Now we're getting all 3 of O's. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To match only 3 to 6 letters. Why doesn't that work then? Your regex should match, oh no. Should match, oh no. Okay, hold on, we're missing something. I have to go like no, like that. Was that the issue? I added an. I need to have an NO in there. Your regex should match. Oh no. Does it not? I fucking hate cooking. Why, Coop? I would rather be cooking right now, to be honest. I did match. Oh no. There it is. What is wrong with you? Your regex should match. Oh no. I bet it does. How many H's? 1, 2. Oh my eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does. What do you want from me? Your regex should match. Oh no, it does. It does match this. What do you want from me? Take my soul. Take it. You have what you want. What is your problem? It does match it. Really, to be honest, I feel no joy at all in cooking. Really? Do you? Okay, I probably know why. Are you cooking for yourself? Is it just you? Because then I can completely relate. I will never cook for myself, ever. Takeaways, if someone else cooks, yay. But I will only ever cook if I'm cooking for someone else as well. So if I have someone over, then I'll cook. Or if I'm with my partner, then I'll cook for my partner. But yeah, I'll never cook for myself. So no, I completely get it. So well done to you. Look at you being an adult and being healthy. I mean, there are always alternatives, you know, like I don't know if there's like a place that does actual like good like home cooked meals, but you could do that. But yeah, otherwise just cook for the week. Like take a Saturday or a Sunday off and just like make a massive amount of like your favorite meals and then just freeze them up and then take them out and eat them one by one. I mean, then you're only really cooking once, right? And is it Testosternus? Testosternus, test 4. 4 to 6? What do you mean test 4? As in like change 3 to a 4? No, that doesn't work. So we finally hit the block that I was waiting for. Surprisingly, it came quite late. We're almost done with regex. But obviously the hardest stuff is going to be right at the end. I mean, test 4 H's. 1, 2, 3, 4. So add another H in there. It works. It returns oh no with 4 H's. Bastard. I mean, there are plenty of alternatives, but I eat on a restaurant every lunch. 2 times a day is too much for me. Alright, you mean in terms of like spending money or that? I don't mean like a restaurant. Like here we have like a supermarket and they have like a deli section, so it's really affordable. They cook in bulk and it's like all yeah, they basically cook in bulk and then you just get as much as you want in grams and that's it. It works out way cheaper than a restaurant because it's not a restaurant, you know, it's just like a supermarket that does food. And it's not like junk food, it's actual like cooked food. So I mean, there's that as an alternative because yeah, restaurants are really expensive. Shouldn't you be using hyphen instead of comma to include a range? Well, here they're using a comma, a 3 to 5. And it's not a range, we want to use a comma there. I don't remember using a range, but I mean, it doesn't even work then. Yeah. Oh, Christopherus! Are you still there? I think he's just lurking. Oh yeah, they have that too here, but then I could just like cook myself, I feel like. But how? That avoids you having to cook since you don't like cooking. You just go to a supermarket and just buy what you need. Christopherus, don't you want to like drop me a bone? I don't understand. I honestly thought it's working. Look, it says your regex should match oh no with 4 H's. I add 4 H's and guess what? I return oh no. So my regex works, but unless this test is broken, it's not working. For 6 H's, 1, 2, 3, so 6 H's it returns oh no with 6 H's. What am I doing wrong? Because I've passed everything except these two, and now my brain is going to become bigger soon. And you know how that works, and this is not good because we've not even reached the 2-hour mark. And I feel like I've pretty much lost everything that I just knew about regex now. You know, when you get to that point where you start frantically trying everything and then you remember you forget all the practices that you've learned. So let's do a refresher for ourselves. Let's remember the basics. What was to match items in the beginning again? If the dollar was at the end, what is the beginning? Wasn't it the caret? Yeah, it was the caret. Wait. No. That the caret still excludes. No, it is. So those are the basics we know. Maybe because you don't use white space expression. So it doesn't count here in this. So are you telling me you know, in my expression, when I write my expression, so like over here, I have a white space there. Are you saying the expression doesn't use that white space? Because if I remove the white space there, look, it takes away the match from the oh no. So it's almost like it does read it. I know this is an expression for white space. Are you telling me I can't do it that way, even though it does work? So there can't be any spaces in your expression. Because I added the white space. Now I've got a snow. Do I even need the no in there at the end? We've got O. And if I run the test now, everything's gonna fail. Oh no. It still works. So why isn't O with 4 H's working? What the f... It's exactly the same, Christopherus. Do I even need that? So I match the... should not match. Ah. Okay, what am I missing now? 4 H's don't work. But 5 H's do. How? 2 H's? 3 H's. 4 H's don't work. 5 H's work. And 6 H's don't work. How? Like, how? It's something in here, isn't it? For what do you need the G? For every occurrence. Oh, but I'm only trying to find the one. It's not multiple of them. Can I get the Pepega? Will you give it to me? There it is. Brilliant. I need to make a note to myself. I'm literally gonna say If your regex fails, check to see that your flags are correct. There we go. Until I get into it or used to it, for now I need those notes. Wow, so there we go. Thanks, Christo. Appreciate it. Specify only the lower number of matches. You can specify the lower and upper number of patterns with quantity specifiers using curly brackets. Again, same thing. Sometimes you only want to specify the lower number of patterns with no upper limit. To only specify the lower number of patterns, keep the first number followed by a comma. Why? Why can't I just do like I did a 2 earlier? Why do you need the comma? I just did a 2 and it's like minimum of 2. For example, Christopher's, is this a best practice or what? Because in the previous example I could literally just go 2 like that and it worked. Why? They say leave the comma. Do you have to leave the comma? For example, to match only the string ha with the letter A appearing at least 3 times, your regex should be ha 3 with that hideous comma. But I don't want to do it that way. It just looks silly. Isn't it smart enough to omit if you only have the first one? Change the regex ha regex to match the word huzzah only when it has 4 or more letters. Letters Z's. Four or more. Two say it must match exactly 2 times. Oh. Okay. Oh. Damn, so the previous one where I did a 2 would have failed everything else. Good to know, thanks. There we go, my notes are updated, they're growing ever so long. But I feel it's good to make notes on this because I'm hardly ever going to use regex, so I'll want to remember it. So has 4, that should work, right? No. Minimum of 4. 4 more letter Z's. Oh, we already got a Z there, so a 3. Z plus 3. I'm missing something. It's not matching huzzah. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are asked to write a massive regex in one of the JavaScript projects. Oh yay, great! Good thing I'm taking notes, huh? So this has 4 Z's in it. Has 4 Z's? 4 Z's. Yeah. And my regex is has with a minimum of oh, I think it's gonna match HA. So it's, I think that's how it works. So if I just had the Z there, what would it look for then? I wish there was a way where you could visualize what your regex wants to do. This I'm saying find something that has a Z and occurs at least 3 times. Your regex should not match 3 Zs. Oh, that's why I need the 4 now. There we go. Okay. I think I was getting confused. I don't know why I added the H and the A. Just find a Z with a minimum of 4. And there you go. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Specify exact number of matches. This is the one we're speaking of, exact matches. You can specify the lower and upper number of patterns with quantity specifiers using curly brackets. Sometimes you only want a specific number of matches. To specify a certain number of patterns, just have that one number between the curly brackets. For example, to match only the word ha with the letter A 3 times, your regex would be HA and 3. So it's not A plus 3 more A's, it's A occurring 3 times. So A3 should return true, right? A4 should be false, yeah. Okay, let me just update my code. Cool. Change the regex, tim regex, to match the word timber only when it has 4 letter M's. So, M4. Amazing gun, by the way. Your regex should not match timber with 30 M's in it. Why is it matching? I said 4, exactly 4. Whoa, you can repeat something. That's new in JavaScript I haven't learned. No ways, you can repeat? Maybe we should do Tim like that. I'm confused how this works. To get the exact amount. One, two, three, 4. It wants 4. Why is this one not working? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tim and 4. Is it because... Oh, do I need 3 now because I already added the M? Is that why? No, it's not that. Okay, what am I missing now? Why do I keep getting tripped up on this? When I just did the M's... Wait, can I do the M with the 4 and the B there? Everything works, but it also matches the timber with 30 M's in it. But how does it... I'm saying an M plus only 4 M's. Is it because the B is there? Is that why? No, it doesn't... How does this work? I thought brackets with a number in there says only match it if it has exactly 4. Specify the lower and upper number of patterns using. Sometimes you only want a specific number of matches. To specify a certain number of patterns, just have that one number between the curly brackets. For example, to match only the word ha with the letter A 3 times, your regex would be HA3H. So when I did Tim in this way, then it doesn't match the 31. I'm really gonna have to figure this out at some point as to why this is happening the way it's happening. I really need a visualizer for regex. I use regex buddy for visualization, but there are some awesome online tools too. Coof! Finally! As in the food's ready? Or it's going to start simmering now? 6 meals of chili con carne. Hey, it's almost enough for the entire chat. I'll have 2 servings, please. Sounds amazing. Why is this not logging anything? Result 2 is timstring.match Tim regex. Show me my freaking output, console.log. Why is it not working? Console.log. Do you want me to lose my mind? Because I'm getting there. Result 2 is timstring. How does match work again? Exactly, it should work. Are you... Is this freaking Code Academy... Dot match Tim regex. What is going on today? Why is it... Oh, is their test broken again and I have to do it on here? No. Could have at least told me. Why is it no? Dot match Tim regex. console.log result 2. Okay, does anyone see an issue with this? So we return an M. It happens 4 times. We're getting somewhere. Okay, what am I missing, guys? Because now I'm outputting... Oh god, I broke it. I'm outputting M 4 times, right? It's found the 4 M's in timber. How do I make it output the entire thing? Do I have to literally type in TI BER? Am I gonna have to literally type it out? Timber? Is there no other way? So is that my regex then? Just timber. It is. Oh my god. Guess what, guys? I realized the biggest part of this lesson. I can't read. It's a thing. I can't read. Because I did not see that it said should not match, should not match, should not match, should not match. The only one that should match. I kept thinking all of these need to match, and then I was like, but if I'm specifying an exact value, how the hell is timber gonna match? Or timber with 2 M's? At least I'm being honest. I need to work on my reading skills. Anyone recommend me some books? I've read all the Harry Potters, and all the Lord of the Rings, and a few of the Star Treks. I've also read War of the Roses. I've read a lot of H.G. Wells books, some Stephen King books, R.L. Stein's Goosebumps. I'd like to think I'm well versed, but what has happened to my ability to just read instructions? Some Terry Pratchett. Read How to Not Be a Pepper for Dummies. Do you have a guide for me, Christopher? Or is that like still in the making? You're still busy writing it? I haven't read a book for 15 years. When's the last time I read a book? Let's see, when I was like 13. How long ago is that? That's not correct. Oh man. 14 years ago. Damn. Almost there. Okay, so we did it. It works. We can move on. Code long and prosper. Love that Star Trek reference. Okay, so check for all or none. It's all or nothing, guys. I've got this. Sometimes the patterns you want to search for may have parts of it that may or may not exist. However, it may be important to check for them nonetheless. You can specify the possible existence of an element with a question mark. This checks for 0 or 1 of the preceding element. Isn't that how when you play Minesweeper, you stick the little question mark everywhere where you think there might be a bomb? You can think of the symbol as saying the previous element is optional. For example, there are slight differences in American British English, and you can use a question mark to match both spellings. Ah! Yes, if only they did that so that we could type in color the British way and not have it be invalid CSS. Hint hint. ES7. Do it. So so after the question mark, no, before the question mark, the entire thing or just the one letter? Preceding element. Okay, but what do they mean by that? Preceding is before. So the U is taken out. But if it's optional... Oh, they both return true. Sorry, I see what they mean. I thought the one said... Ah! Back to the comprehension 101. Okay, what do my notes say about the question mark? Because up until now, question mark meant find the shortest first occurrence that matches the string. Oh god, I'm gonna have to make an update here. You can also use the question mark to designate a character preceding the as optional. Whew. Cool. Great, what do you want me to do? Change the regex fav regex to match both the American English favorite and the British English favorite. Easy. Spell it British English. Run the test. Nailed it. What? Failed? Must be American. Fine. You happy now? America? You happy? You happy with your optionalness? Or your options? Does it make you feel good? Positive and negative look ahead. Look aheads are patterns that tell JavaScript to look ahead in your string to check for patterns further along. This can be useful when you want to search for multiple patterns over the same thing. There are two kinds of look aheads. Positive look ahead and negative look ahead. I want the positive because I've had a lot of negative recently. A positive look ahead will look to make sure the element in the search pattern is there, but won't actually match it. Sound like a cock tease. It's there, but it won't actually match it. Interesting. A positive look ahead is used as question equal to ... where the ... is the required part that is not matched. On the other hand, a negative look ahead will look to make sure the element in the search pattern is not there. A negative look ahead is used as question exclamation when you're basically questioning someone in a very, aggressive way. Is a pattern that you do not want to be there. The rest of the pattern is returned if the negative look ahead part is not present. Oh, so it's kind of like a conditional, like an if statement. Which brings you to question, why don't you just freaking use if statements and string manipulation? Literally, wow. I would rather get the string letter by letter and put it back together than have to use regex. It's kind of like you can use Vim to edit code, or you could just use, a code editor like VS Code. Why would you want to go backwards when you could go forwards? Look aheads are a bit confusing, but some examples will help. Thank you for at least admitting that. QU for quit, no quit QT, Q regex, Q, so it must have a U to match. So Q regex returns Q. Whereas Q question mark not equal to U returns returns Q. Oh, okay. It will return Q if it finds a U. It will return Q if it doesn't find a U. But when you only have a shell, you can't use VS Code. But if you only have a shell, what are you doing programming? Why would you be programming on a shell? Throw away the shell. Eat the good stuff inside. Problem solved. A more practical use of lookaheads is to check 2 or more patterns in one string. Here is a naively simple password checker that looks for between 3 and 6 characters and at least one number. ABC 1, 2, 3. So how does this work? So it must have A to Z, so alphanumeric, blah blah blah, at minimum of 3, maximum of 6. I read that correctly, yeah? Whoa, you can put them in parentheses, and it must have a. It must not have a number. Must not have a number. So I guess it mustn't begin with a number, but it must have at least one number, 0 or more numbers at the. What the fuck? So it must not have a number, but it must have. Yo, this is trippy. The star means 0 or more. Big D means no numbers. Lower d means numbers. Let me go back to my. Lowercase d finds all numerical matches, and big D excludes all numerical matches. How the To check log files. You wouldn't download them and open them with your code editor, you would just grep with the regex. Wow, okay. I guess, yeah, if that's the environment you're working in. Okay, explain this one to me, Christopher, seeing as you seem to be the only one that's able to help me. I've just isolated my entire chat base. They're just sitting here in absolute awe of my incredible regexing skills. The question mark equal to means it should contain, then that big D means no numbers, but that small d means numbers. So what's the logic here? It must have no numbers and have at least 0 or more numbers. What? My brain just. I get the first part. I do not get the second part. What the hell? Don't you dare pepper gummy. D star. Oh, I'm missing the star. Multiple non-digits. 1 digit. So you need multiple non-digits and then one digit. Okay, so it's broken down into two logic, right? So the first logic, correct me if I'm wrong, is A to Z, minimum of 3, maximum of 6, with there being multiple non-digits and at least one digit. Couldn't you have just done like, you know, in brackets? Well, I guess, yeah, this matches for every case. Okay, that's how you do it. Quit.match Q regex. Ah, I need to add this. Jeez, my regex thing is getting long. Okay, let's move on. Use lookaheads in the password regex to match passwords that are greater than 5 characters long and have 2 consecutive digits. Easy. He says as he sits here and thinks. Greater than 5 characters long. What do we know about greater than 5? We know that you need a minimum of 5. Cool. And have 2 consecutive digits. How about that? Nothing to repeat. Where is it getting nothing to repeat from? Where the hell? I'm going to somehow need to include our new special lookahead character. So where do we stand now on this? When I do bracket 5, I'm basically telling it minimum of 5. 5 what? Oh. All characters, minimum of 5. Okay, there's your first bit of the code. Then the second bit of the code is going to be have 2 consecutive digits. I think it's with the plus. If I didn't have this before, it was true. Now it's false. Hey, maybe there's some hope now. Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my own. Hey, yeah, close. Should match banner 1 and 2. Why you not match my banner 1 and 2? What am I saying here? Numbers consecutively. So first you need, maybe we need the same as theirs, where it's like you got your letters out of the way, then your numbers consecutively. That's good, but your regex should not match bananan 1. And why is it matching now? Let's go back and look at what plus does again. Plus is supposed to be for consecutive. You can add plus to find matches that occur consecutively. Is it because of this? I need a plus there and remove this plus? No, it's not that. And if I don't do that, then I'm not going to match the other stuff. So I need that. D. Have 2 consecutive digits. Could it just be that I need to add minimum of 2? Hey, I don't get it. So I'm not going to proceed until I get it. This tells us that we want to match every alphabet letter. Minimum of 5 of them. And this part tells us no alphanumeric characters. Well, no numerical characters. 0 or more of them. Followed by a number. At least 2 of them. Right, Christopher? Did I get that right? This says we need... I just don't understand the order of regex. I know what this one does. This says we need at least 5 alphabet characters. Is it saying that it has to be literally in this order? A, B, C, D, E, F. E, sorry. That's 5, right? That's 5. So is this first step saying we need this? Then the next step says, does this say stop giving, what does this part get? I don't get this. The big D means no numbers. So does it mean of those 5, there must be no numbers? After the 5, now we need 2 numbers. Shouldn't that D be part of this section? Like, that's the only part that's confusing me in Christopher, is that I get this, we need a minimum of 5. Well, actually no, the numbers can be anywhere, can't they? That's not how it works. This is just looking for at least 5 characters that have the alphabet in them.
Testosteronus is following the family.
Hey, welcome to the Matrix, Testosteronus. It's good to have you. I see I had to earn your ability to follow. It only took us just under 2 hours. The movement is growing. Soon, the family will expand. And then we could do a 24-hour stream. Build something crazy, like give ourselves 24 hours to achieve something. 24-hour regex stream. You really want me to go Pepega? I'm looking to find an online tool for you to better visualize and test your regex. Regex 101. I like it. We test both of these. There's your regex and there's your regex. Oh, you don't want me to stick these in, do you? Okay, so what do we have? We have no match. That's the expression. Oh, this is the text. Matches any word character, alphanumeric and underscore. Match 5 or more of the preceding token. You know what I just realized? I was like explaining it wrong. So the W is alphanumeric. It means letters and numbers. That's why I was confused. I thought W... Let me see what I wrote in my thing. W is... What's W? Find all upper and lowercase letters as well as numbers. Okay, so it's just me. So that means at least 5 numbers and letters. What's the last part do? Matches a group after the main expression. Not digit. Matches any character that is not a digit. Why do we have a not a digit there? Quantifier. Match 0 or more of the preceding token. So the previous token must have 0 digits in it. Matches any digit characters, at least 2 of them afterwards. Okay, so let's test some passwords, guys. 3, 4, 5. What now? No match. Still no match? No match? Still no match? Really? Why does theirs match? How about Bana 12? Why the fuck are you not matching? But it works. But it doesn't work. Oh my god. It's free code camp broken again. Should match. Is it because of that? No match. Do I have to like update it or something? Is it because there's a space there? No, the space does nothing. Okay, what is going on? Oh, I have a space there. There we go. Be right back, coffee. Good idea, Koof. Warning. Why do we have a warning? The expression can return empty matches and may match infinitely in some use cases. What? You can match infinitely? 10 matches found in 28 characters, including 10 empty matches. How do you prevent empty matches? Where are the empty matches? Why doesn't it highlight what matched? I'm assuming these matched. No. Flags. Global. Oh, you can add a... multi-line. Global. Is it because of global? Is that the issue? 1 match found in 31 characters. Could you highlight the match for me? Like, that would be awesome. Why aren't you highlighting it? would be amazing if you told me what the match is. Insertion point line 2. Can't you just highlight it? What is wrong with you? I like this website. I'm gonna save it. Try with a more basic regex how it works. One, two, three, four, five. Why is it not highlighting? I think it's because of that. There you go. For some reason it was, I don't know why, but it was the question equal to that wasn't highlighting. Oh, because it's JavaScript, we don't want it to actually match, we just wanted to see if it's there. So if I remove the question equal to, and I bring back all my passwords, we're going to see what matches. There we go. Banner 12 should match banner 12. Why is banner 12 not matching? Why is banner 12 not matching? Oh, that's weird. It stops after... Oh. Match 2 or more of the preceding tokens. Is that the issue? So if I say 3 now. No, I don't know. That's only matching the first 2. Well, this tool is definitely a bit more helpful than not having a tool, I guess. It helps a little bit to visualize. How does this one perform? One match. Are you going to show me the match? It treats all lines as one string. Okay. Switch to unit testing. Ah, unit testing. It's fun. Do I need to add the brackets? No, I don't. Golang. No global. Is global off? 7 matches. Multi-line. Insensitive, sticky. Okay. Let's proceed. Reuse patterns using capture groups. Some patterns you search for will occur multiple times in a string. It is wasteful to manually repeat that regex. There is a better way to specify when you have multiple repeat substrings in your string. You can search for repeat substrings using capture groups. Parentheses are used to find repeat substrings. You put the regex of the pattern that will repeat in between the parentheses. To specify where that repeat string will appear, you use a backslash and then a number. This number starts at 1 and increases with each additional capture group you use. An example would be \1 to match the first group. The example below matches any word that occurs twice separated by a space. Regex regex. Ah. Okay, so you put backslash in the parentheses. You could say backslash s is for use a backslash and then a number. Okay, but the backslash s, that's to match empty strings, right? White space, yeah. So it will match regex, regex. Using the .match method on a string will return an array with the string it matches along with its capture group. Use capture groups in regex to match numbers that are repeated only 3 times in a string, each separated by a space. So it's like a capture group. Ooh, okay, save that as my note. So we add it in parentheses and we look for the number. In this case we could just do anything, same as the example. And it is separated by white space, so we go backslash s, and then backslash 1 for the capture group, right? Start at 1. Console.log result. I want to see what that gives us. It gives us true. Oh, it's .test. And what if I did result.match? Or how does match work? .match. Tell me how .match works. Do I have to put it in there and repeat num in there? String dot match, match number, so the reg expression. So this is what we're going to return. What if we change this to 2? Nothing. What if you change it to 0? Nothing, so it has to be at 1. Okay, fair enough. Let's try to figure this out further. Official proof, isn't it the other way around? .match expects the string in the front, so repeat num is a string, and then in the parentheses you need to add your regular expression. I just need to figure out, so this matches everything consecutively, followed by a space, and assign it to group 1. What happens if I just take that out? Oh, you need the 1. I'm missing something like a G again. Something stupid. No. Where does it get the comma from? Is it an array now? Why is there a comma? Oh, is that what it's supposed to do? Because look at their example. Returns regex regex and then regex. What are we trying to do? Find repeat substrings. Will return an array with the string it matches, along with its capture group. Will return an array. Is that the array and that's the capture group? I'm a little bit confused. Can you explain this to me, Christopherus? I guess I was expecting to see all 42s, but... Using the .match method on a string, will return an array with the string it matches, along with its capture group. That's the array, that's the capture group. So is 42 the capture group? Is that correct though? Oh, it's not correct either way. Your regex should use the shorthand character class for digits. For digits. Okay, so you want the D. I'm not done! Should reuse the capture group twice. Your regex should have 2 spaces separating the 3 numbers. What the... Your regex should not match. Your regex should not match. Your regex should not... What the fuck? The capture group is what is inside the parentheses. So that's the capture group. That's the white spaces. Okay, what does the number then do? To specify where the repeat string will appear, you use a backslash and then a number. This number starts at 1 and increases with each additional capture group you use. What does it mean by that? What does the number do? Because when I change it to 2, we got nothing. We get nothing. When I change it to 1, we get da. When I change it to 0, we get nothing. Like changing it does nothing. So what does it mean? How do you reuse the capture group twice? Your regex should have 2 spaces separating the 3 numbers. That has nothing to do with that example. Your regex should have 2 spaces separating the 3 numbers. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. But in their example they don't do that. Sub-patterns you search for will occur multiple times in a substring. It is wasteful to manually repeat that regex. There is a better way to specify when you have multiple repeat substrings in your string. You can search for repeat substrings using capture groups. Do I just do it like that? 1, 2, 3, but then we get nothing. You can search for repeat substrings using capture groups. Parentheses are used to find repeat substrings. You put the regex of the pattern that will repeat in between the parentheses. So in that we're saying 42. To specify where that repeat string will appear, you use a backslash and then a number. Oh, do I do then backslash s backslash 1? Like that. Where's the other comma from? Now I get how that works. Okay, the reason it wasn't matching because I needed the space. So I said this is 42, then you're gonna have a break, then you're gonna have 42 again, then you're gonna have a break, then you're gonna have 42 again. Cool, I get it, but what the hell is that? It returns an array, I guess. Why is there comma 42? Am I reading this wrong? Your regex should not match 42, 42, 40, so 4 times. Why would it match 42? This is confusing as hell. I solved the one problem at least. I reused the capture group twice. Your regex should not match. I guess we need a max maybe? Max of like... three? Or do we say exactly 3? I can't remember now. Three? Like that? No? 3 in the beginning? No? Ah, everything is working. It doesn't match this. Wait, why doesn't it match that? It matches 100, but it doesn't match. How does that work? Why? What did we do that makes it do that? Oh, because of consecutive. It needs consecutive same numbers. Those aren't consecutive numbers. Max consecutive numbers of 3 inside there. Nothing to repeat. Oh god, we broke it. Wait, where did I add the 3? I added the 3 there, right? What if I just add a 3? That also does nothing. And if I add a 3 there? We broke it. 42, 42, 42 is in 42, 42, 42, 42. That's why it matches it. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm trying to find a way to limit it. So that it only gets 3 consecutive ones. Unless there's something I'm missing here right now. Do I have to add the S there? No, that doesn't match anything. Your regex should not match. Yeah, I know that because it's 4 occurrences. I need to somehow limit it to 3 occurrences, but what am I? What do we know so far? No? Nope. Oh, why am I struggling? Everything passes except for this repeat. Can we get any clarity over here? Matches any digit character, match one or more of the preceding token. 42, 40. One or more. We don't want one or more. We want 2. Damn it. So if we replace this with the 2, what does that say? Match 2 of the preceding token. No, we want 3 because the issue is 4, right? Yeah, we want 3. Change it to a 3, not a 2. Wait, what? Your regex should match 42, 42, 42. Getting somewhere. But if it's that, your regex should match 100, 100, 100. Why doesn't it match 100? It should match repeating numbers no matter how long they are. Only 3 times in a string. Use capture groups in regex to match numbers that are repeated only 3 times in a string, each separated by space. Does it mean only 3 times? That doesn't say no matter how long. Compare difference between number and digit. I'm a bit lost now. It should match repeating numbers. A number is between 1 and infinite. Digits. Compare difference between number and digit. Oh, because I'm checking digits. Matches any digit character. It's not about digits that we need. It can be any amount of digits. What now? I think it's that. No, we need to get this to somehow work. D plus was fine. It doesn't match 42 then. What's the test case issue then? So if we go to D plus again, the issue then is your regex should not match 42. But it doesn't match 42. Is their test broken? Because on this thing it doesn't match 42. What the? It's not matching on this website, but apparently for free code camp it is. Is the test broken? Because you would think this would light up then too. It matches? Then why is this thing not showing me as a match? It should match nothing. Sorry, what are you trying to say? That free code camp is broken again? Or you're saying this should not match at all? I got you. Damn. Oh, that doesn't work. Match 3 of the preceding token. Do I have to add this at the end? Invalid target for quantifier. Why is it and I can't add it right in the front. It needs a target. And if you say 1, one is fine. 0 matches. Can you do -1? No. The 0 matches the first 2. Interesting. Oh, hold on. Damn it! How do I make it stop? only valid for the expression before it. One, two, three. I'll go 1. That's what we need. And I'm saying a maximum of 1. And a minimum of 3 is exactly the same, but it doesn't match that. Oh, what am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Matches any digit. Match one or more of the preceding. So it can have as many. Cool. Oh, that's capture group 1. Shouldn't that be in the capture group? I don't want a space, but I need an invalid target for quantifier. I don't want a space there, but what can I do? Don't want a space, but then it becomes an invalid target. So any number followed by a space so this will work. No, that worked when there was a 1 there, but only if you had a space like that. Match one of the preceding token, meaning it's linked to this. So it's linked to the white space. And what if oops. It's annoying. I'm like trying everything I know right now. So every time you call 1, you're basically saying a number plus a space. Any digit, 1 or more, match any white space characters. Match one of the preceding token. I can't surely have to use 2, do I? No. Oh, this is so annoying. It needs to not match when there's an extra 42. And adding a 3 there doesn't do anything, doesn't match them at all. Adding a 2 or 1, that works. But adding an extra digit messes it up completely. Any other hints, Christophers? I think I'm like... Quantifiers can't help you here. You must find another way to ensure that it's exactly 3 repetitions. That's 0 or more. That's 1 or more. Is it gonna have to be the look ahead? It's not that. It's not equal to. I'm gonna lose my mind! Your expression is right, but you just need to ensure that your string begins and ends with this expression. How would I do that? Sorry. I'm like completely out of this. As I said, quantifiers can't help you here. So the only thing I could think of is the look aheads. And you say I can't use quantifiers, I can't use like, there needs to be 3 numbers. I just want to check something. Can I use that? Why'd that fail? What are you saying here? Matches any digit, one or more of the preceding digit, matches a space character. No, why doesn't that work? Matches any digit, one or more. Matches any digit character, one or more. Matches any digit character, one or more. Look back at the chapter names. You learned about how you defined that your expression must match at the beginning end of a string. Oh, right. I know what you're talking about now. Well, why? That could have worked, huh? So this must be at the beginning of the string. So, carrot. Where's my carrot? Carrot. And this is for at the end. 42. Wait, do I need the carrot? Yes, I do. To tell it where the beginning and the end is. So the beginning and the end. Okay. I wish I could give a tiny hint of that sort. I guess you just have to kind of know that, huh? So the beginning and the end must be this. So the answer is your entire string should be wrapped between a beginning and an end of what you expect. So maybe I need to make a note in my thing that there we go. So this should be what we need now. Wow! Because we wrapped it in the beginning and the end. And now we also figured out how this thing really helps visualizing how a capture group looks. So capture group, match any digits, one or more of the preceding token. Then white space, then we refer back to capture 1, then white space, then we refer back to capture group 1. Then end. Wow. Thanks for the hint, Christopher. I appreciate it. I don't know how long I would have been stuck on that otherwise. Add an extra note for that. Cool. Use capture groups to search and replace. Searching is useful, however, you can make searching even more powerful when it also changes or replaces a text you match. You can search and replace text in a string using .replace on a string. The inputs for .replace is first the regex pattern you want it to search for. The second parameter is a string to replace the match or function to do something. So wrong text, the sky is silver, silver regex silver, wrong text .replace silver regex blue. returns the sky is blue. You can also access capture groups. In the replacement string with $signs. $2. Okay. So everything, white space, everything. S2 is capture group 2, I guess. Oh, so when you do it like that, it's camp code, yeah, it switched them around. Write a regex so they will search for the string good, then update the replace text variable to replace good with okie dokie. So what, just find good? Is this going to be so easy now? That's simple. Wow. They show you a complex one. Remove white space from start and end. I know how to do that. Sometimes white space characters around strings are not wanted but are there. Typical processing of strings is to remove the white space at the start and end of it. Write a regex and use the appropriate string methods to remove white space at the beginning and end of strings. The .trim method would work here, but you'll need to complete this challenge using regular expression. Okay, so at the beginning, till you get to H. I just want to see what this does now that we have a visualizer. I much prefer this one. What does this mean? I meant a backward slash. Matches the beginning of the string or the beginning of the line if the matches any whitespace characters. Match one or more of the preceding token. Matches a H. Okay, I don't want to match the H. So what is our example? So you'll get all of that. Okay, perfect. And then I want to do plus at the end. I guess I need to break them up into groups now, right? So that's group 1 and that's group 2. No? I need to get after the D. So how do I get after the exclamation? How do I get the exclamation? Matches the end of the string. So that works, but the moment that I have them like this, it doesn't work. You all want to like be part of a... Christopher's E... I know how to remove the beginning, I know how to remove the end, but how do I combine it? Okay, I think I know. Do we need like a thing in the middle that says A to Z? Do I need the global flag? Is that what the issue was? Global flag. No, it's not the global flag that's the issue. Matches the beginning of a string, matches any white space, match one or more of the preceding token, then matches any white space. That's how we get the beginning. Now how do we get the end as well? Getting somewhere. I'm saying if it specifies a group that cannot match after the main expression, which is if there's a comma and there's a white space. If there's a comma and a white space, do nothing. Oh shit, but then... yeah. Fun stuff. I could do it in multi-steps, but there must be a way to do it in a single step. So that's how you get the beginning. What do we know? What's in our notes? Wait, we need to build the string that we expect. Close, but now I need that space in there. So I'm gonna have to build a custom one. So A to Z. Why aren't you matching the space? Isn't S white space? That's a tricky one. Gotta figure it out. Bluebon, are you taking a course for 100 days of code or just doing whatever JavaScript concept you decide that day? I'm actually doing the free code camp curriculum. I'm going in order. of whatever is in the curriculum. We just happen to be on the regex section and struggling near the end now. We've completed the basic HTML5, so it covers all the CSS and all of these sections basically. And then we completed basic JavaScript and ES6, and now we're doing regular expressions. Oh my god, this is like literally the last. This is the last. What do you want to call it? Module, lesson, whatever. Challenge of the section. Really, I have to struggle on the last one. Oh, what do we know so far? The golden rule I told myself is bold the string that you expect to see. So if I did hello world, oh, but that's gonna match that space in too. A to Z gives us that. Ah, nice, thanks. This is like so close. We just need to include the like thingy and a space. But if I include the space, it's like I need to tell it A. Can you only include spaces in that section? But I can't. What does this negative look at? Specifies a group that cannot match after the main expression. If it matches, the result is discarded. Match the beginning of the string, white space. Is that because yeah. Nope, no. Oh man. It's like I know how to match the beginning white spaces, I know how to match the end white spaces, but it's the beginning and the end. What if I add them to like a group? So group 1 is the beginning, white spaces. Right. So if I do group 1, that would call group 1. And then if I said the end, why do you match everything? I don't want you to match everything. Need to get some food. Before you go, Christopher, any advice that you could give me?
Blue Barn is following the family.
Hey, Blue Barn! Welcome to the Matrix. So good to have you. Okay, what we said last time is we need to bold the expression the way we expect it to be output. So let's start again. Beginning, right? White spaces. So that matches them all. What if we did that? Hold on, let me test this. Then we know that to get words, you need to go \W every word. Right. Then how do we get that comma? Just, I guess, a normal comma? Cool. Then we somehow need that string. Please don't do the whole string. Frick. What does this do? If I change this to a star, it's the same. So then back W plus, then that gives us that word. And then back S, that matches the whole thing. Do I upload to YouTube? Yeah, I actually do. I think I'm streaming live at YouTube right now as well. Do multi-streaming. I don't know if there's like a link to my channel on my page. Actually, you could just... I think I set my bot up for this. Did I? No? Bot's gonna ignore me. I did for my other channel. Do I not have a link on my... I don't. I need to set that up. Thanks for mentioning it. I do archive all my things on YouTube. Strange that I don't have a link. I should probably do that. Here you go. Just give me a quick moment. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Where is my thing? There we go, there it is. Come on. Come in. And then I can go over here. I know you can't see what I'm doing. It's all secretive, huh? And you can be the first one to test this out for me. Blue barn. Just want to see if this works before I do. The length that I have. To be eligible, I need to have 100 or more subscribers, be at least 30 days old. Am I 30 days old? I think so. I'm a few thousand years old. Days old, not years. Jesus. Okay, I'm not going to mess around with that. I have no idea why my one channel somehow has a custom URL but the other one doesn't. So I'm just going to stick this in here because it is a link. Shh. They shut down support for Google's URL shortener. Oh well, guess it's gonna have to be this. Okay, so do you want to go ahead and type in /YouTube now? Sorry, I just enabled it now. I had to like create the command and set it up. There you go. It's working nicely. Very nice. Even set up my Discord while I'm at it, because I know some people might ask for that. Now that's a thing. Cool. Yeah. So eventually I'm sure I'll get like a custom URL once I get the 100 subscribers and all that. My gaming channel has one. It's just weird, yeah, setting it up and all that. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it, Bluebon. Do you want to also go do Matrix as a command? I just set that up now. Kind of cool little stat tracker. Nice. Awesome stuff. Not bad, right? For a purely coding related channel in like 18 days. I'm quite happy with it. Okay, so let's go back to our issue now. Wait, is the issue because I'm using these freaking pluses? What if I... No, that doesn't change the outcome either. What code editor am I planning to use? Guess I could show you. Yeah. Got it nicely set up with ESLint. If I start running into little issues and I use a var, it's gonna be like, no, you can't do that. You cannot. You're missing a semicolon. And if I just save the document, auto do everything for me. Pretty cool. I love it. But I can't get regex for the life of me. Oh my god, you know what I just realized? I am a freaking idiot. But that's okay. Because we're supposed to match the entire thing, right? We're supposed to match everything. And then I'm supposed to replace the regex with hello world. Why can't I just do like dot everything? Like, I'll laugh if this works, but why can't I do everything and then the result is going to be hello dot, we learned about replace, was it? Hello dot replace, then you use wsregex as the input and then hello world as the output. Oh my god. So this entire time of like what, half an hour writing this really long regex, and I solve it by matching everything in the regex, literally the entire string, just match everything and then use dot replace. This is frustrating because I thought there's a way where I can remove the white space in the beginning and the end, because I can remove it in the beginning, I just didn't know how to include the end as well. And you telling me that I just... wow. Wow. Okay, I guess sometimes you just need to think like way outside of the box. There must be another way, right? Let's go back and check, because I'm not going to accept that as an answer, I'm sorry. So... white space, everything, optional. Then let's create a group where we can say take everything that is a what do you call it? Alphanumeric. Then have a comma. Have a white space. Have everything alphanumeric. And then an exclamation. Then white space. Optional to the end. Am I missing something now? So we got that. So we got that. we've got the space that's over there, then we've got the entire word, then we've got the exclamation, then we've got the space, one or more, well, 0 or more, sorry, to the end. And so this is what my idea is. Then stick it into there. Then instead of using replace, we would use, because we kept using match before. How does match work again? String, so the string is hello, match, then the regular expression. And the thing is, because it returns, let me just make sure. Yeah, because it returns an array. Let me just see something, console.log result. What if that's what we want right there? There, that's what we want, not the second one. So then index 1 gives us hello world without any spaces. How's that? Then run tests. Yes, that is so much better. Actually using regex this time. And because I remembered match returns an array, anything that matches, and then the second one is going to be the one without the spaces. So index 1. Wow. Christopher, are you here? Because if Christopher is not here, then I need to come back. And like, that's one thing I'm proud of. Show Christopher. So yeah, if we run that, then we are done. And we actually fully completed the regex section. Wow. That was crazy. It didn't go as bad as I thought it would be. I honestly expected that I was going to be stuck right from the start. And I surprisingly got like 70% through before I started getting stuck. It was near the end here from, I think, restrict possible usernames. But we did it. I have a bit more respect for regex. It's interesting to say the least. It can do quite a few things. And as Christopher said, there's going to be a part in our project, one of our projects, that we're going to need to use it. And I've made some notes. We can always refer to that. Next is going to be debugging. And thankfully, we've already been doing this for quite some time. So use a JavaScript console to check the value of a variable, understanding the difference between the free code camp and browser console. Use typeof to check the type of variable. Catch misspelled variable and function names. That I don't know. That'll be interesting. Catch unclosed parentheses. Catch mix. So we're going to actually use the catch, whatever it is. Like, is it a method or something? Prevent infinite loops. Okay, that's going to be fun. Then we're going to get into data structures. So more arrays. Looking forward to that. Algorithm scripting. I don't remember doing this. Convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay. So we're gonna then have some things that we can actually, what the a chunky monkey? Whoa. Is this where you're gonna do something like destructure or whatever it is? And then we're gonna get into object-oriented programming. That is gonna be amazing. I can't wait for that. Then some functional programming. And then the really hard stuff, and then end it off with some projects. and then back to the front end after that. And I think that's good, the way they structured it. We did the HTML, then we did the entirety of JavaScript, so then we should be ready for front end, better understanding. I can't wait for the APIs though, that's going to be cool. And then, yeah, wow. I wonder how far we can get. We're on 18 days in. And pretty decent progress. If you understand the things. But yeah, luckily once we get into this and we know all of this, the rest of the stuff should make sense. So yeah, wow. So I think I'm going to end things off here for now. It was quite a bit. It's like different if I was working on things that I already knew, but to have to process new information that I haven't actually worked with before does take quite a bit of toll, and it's been almost 4 hours now. I think I'm going to preserve a bit of my sanity and then hit this back tomorrow morning. We should be able to do the debugging and the data structures all in like one go, I say, but we'll see. I feel pretty confident with arrays and debugging, so we'll have to see. And Christopher, you're back just in time. I was actually gonna show you this lesson, right? So you know I was struggling with this. Here's the funny part. You can write the regex as dot everything, right? Then just use literally just use hello dot replace and take the regex, right, and then give the answer that they expect. So hello world, and then if you run the tests, well, I should probably close that. If you run the test, oh my god, I passed. Right, that was after I realized like that was one way, but then I wasn't happy with it because it's too easy and you're not really writing regex. All you're doing is completely replacing the string, right? So what I did was I copied this here. So here's my regex, and what I did was match in the beginning, white space, optional, as many as they are, get alphanumerics, and then escape a comma, then get a white space, then alphanumeric, so like hello comma space world, and then escape the exclamation, then white spaces to the end, optional. Then what I did was, instead of doing replace, I used match. And as you know how match works, match basically, you give it the string and it gives you an array, right? So if I go console.log result, I get an array of what I entered in, right? The regex. Now check the first one is like the hideous one, but check the second one. Perfectly formatted. So then if I change this to index 1 to get the second element, I get hello world without any spaces. And then run the test, and that's how I nailed this one. I felt a bit better because I actually used some regex there. So how's that? Yeah, so the debugging is next. But like I said, I'm gonna end things off here for now and hit that tomorrow on a clear mind, because the regex did take quite a bit out of me. Tomorrow's debuggings and arrays. I'm excited for that. Thanks for the hints and all that, Christopher. I really appreciate it. I don't think I would have gotten as far as quickly if it weren't for that. Definitely gonna go back and play around with regex, else I'm gonna have some nightmares. And yeah, thanks to everyone that came out, all the new people, the new faces. It was really great having you here. I don't think Koof is still here, but if they are, I hope they're enjoying their chili con carne. Sounds amazing. I'm starving now. Gonna grab something to eat Thankfully, it's early enough this time, and I've been ending like crazy late. So I'm gonna try to get into like earlier hours. We still managed to get almost 4 hours in, so that's good. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow, day 19. Debugging and what was the other one? Debugging and basic data structures. That's what we're going to be tackling tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we're going to get through all of the debugging. There's no way that should take like super long. So yeah, hope you guys have an incredible one and see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.